Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're taking a really close look at a tiny word.
Just 3 letters.
Yeah, G-E-T. Get. It seems simple, but honestly, it might be one of the most important, maybe most confusing words if you want to sound, really fluent in English.
Exactly. Get tea. It's like a chameleon, this word. And the source material we've looked at, it basically calls it the secret handshake for everyday English conversation.
It's amazing how often it pops up. Our sources say native speakers use phrases with getty in almost every single conversation. Just think about that. Every conversation.
But here's the kicker, the big disconnect. The research suggests something like 90% of non-native speakers, they often have, well, no idea what these common get phrases actually mean idiomatically.
Right. They know get, like receive something. I get a present.
Yeah, the literal meaning, obtain, receive. But that definition, it's almost useless for how the word actually works in, real spoken English most of the time.
And that's exactly what this deep dive is about. This material really highlights that gap between, say, textbook English and the messy, real way people talk using phrasal verbs and idioms.
So our mission today is pretty clear. We want to give you a kind of shortcut.
Oh, shortcut, yeah.
We're going to unpack the 5 most common, most useful, and frankly, most natural geeky phrases that came up in our research. If you can master these 5,
You're really fast tracking your way to sounding more natural, more fluent, and definitely more confident.
that's the goal. So we're going to dig into, get over
Get
it,
away with it.
get on with it,
Get rid of it.
and get the hang of it. 5 powerhouses.
Okay, where should we start? Maybe with emotions?
Yeah.
That first one seems key.
Sounds good. Let's kick things off with phrase number 1. Get over it.
Okay, get over it. The definition seems pretty straightforward on the surface. It means
Yeah.
stop being upset about something, right? Move on. Forget about it, essentially.
Yes, exactly. Stop being upset, move on. Its function is really about dealing with stagnation. When someone's stuck,
How?
like dwelling on the past, maybe a mistake they made, a test they failed, maybe a relationship that ended, they just can't move past it.
Ah, okay. And the sources called this tough love, which I get. It sounds like something you'd say when you're a bit impatient.
It can be. Tone is everything here. Like the example, your friend failed a test 2 weeks ago. Okay, it happened. But if they're still going on and on about it,
You might eventually say.
look, dude, the test was 2 weeks ago. You failed. You need to get over it now. It's a push. Stop letting the past mess up your present.
But okay, here's the tricky part. How do you say that without sounding like a total jerk? Because telling someone who's genuinely grieving, I don't know, a real loss to just get over it, that sounds awful.
Oh, absolutely awful. And that's where fluency and understanding context come in. You wouldn't usually use it for like major tragedies or deep grief. The sources really emphasize that.
So it's more for smaller stuff.
Disappointments. Yeah, disappointments, minor heartbreaks, frustrations, like your friend broke up with someone 6 months ago, not a super serious thing, and they're still moping. You might gently suggest it's time to get over it and meet new people.
Okay, that makes sense.
Or, and this is interesting, you can use it on yourself. Like, I really need to get over my fear of public speaking.
Yeah.
It's not dismissing the fear, it's motivating yourself to overcome that internal barrier.
I like that self-application angle.
Yeah,
It shifts it from being potentially rude to actually being quite empowering.
exactly. It becomes a tool for self-motivation. Powerful stuff.
Okay, cool. So from emotional baggage, let's shift gears away from consequences you feel to consequences you avoid. Section 2 is get away with it.
Ah, yes. This one feels a bit mischievous, doesn't it?
Definitely. So the definition, you do something wrong, maybe break a rule, but, and this is the key part, you don't get caught. You don't get punished.
It's all about escaping the consequences, escaping accountability.
So it's not about physically escaping a place like, quick, get away from the fire.
No, totally different. That's get away from. This is get away with it. It's about the action you did, the rule you broke.
Right. Managing the fallout or lack thereof.
Think about those childhood examples from the sources. Little things, like eating cookies before dinner when your mom said, absolutely not.
And if she never finds the crumbs?
You got away with it. That feeling.
But it's not just small things, is it? The sources showed this phrase has a huge range.
Huge range. It covers everything. Minor stuff like, I parked in a loading zone for like 10 minutes, but I got away with it. No ticket. Phew.
Okay, yeah.
But it also applies to much more serious things. Think about someone cheating on a major exam and the teacher just didn't notice. They got away with it.
Or even, like the sources mentioned, criminals evading capture for years.
Exactly. The thief got away with the robbery for over a decade. The core idea, doing something wrong and facing no penalty, stays exactly the same, no matter how big or small the action is.
That flexibility really shows why it's such a core part of conversation. Okay, let's move from avoiding consequences to demanding action. Phrase 3, get on with it.
Right. Get on with it.
Yeah.
This is like the verbal nudge, the push.
Like stop stalling.
Pretty much. Stop delaying, stop making excuses, just start. Do the thing. It's all about action over just thinking or planning.
Which hits on a very modern problem, right?
Yeah.
Getting stuck planning forever. The example in the sources was great planning to start a YouTube channel for 6 months.
6 months, and you haven't recorded a single video.
What do you need?
You need someone, or maybe just yourself, to say, okay, enough planning, let's just get on with it. It creates that forward momentum.
But again, tone seems crucial here. Like, get over it. This one feels like it could easily sound rude if you're not careful. Just get on with it. Sounds pretty bossy.
Oh, definitely. That sharp, urgent tone, it absolutely comes across as impatient, maybe even disrespectful. Like you're saying, hurry up, stop wasting time.
So how do you use it well?
Gently, it can be motivational. With yourself, it's often very effective. Okay, procrastinating again. Time to get on with this report. But yeah, with colleagues or others, you need to read the room, consider your relationship. Context is king.
Got it. Watch the tone. Okay, now for the flip side of starting something, getting rid of something. Phrase 4. Get rid of it.
Simple, direct. Get rid of it. It means remove, eliminate, throw away, delete. Make something disappear.
Easy enough for physical stuff. Yeah. Cleaning out your closet, you need to get rid of those old clothes. Right. Decluttering the kitchen. Get rid of the chipped mugs.
Exactly. Old phone, junked in the garage, perfectly clear. But the real fluency, as the sources pointed out, comes when you apply it more broadly.
To non-physical things.
Right. You don't just get rid of objects. You can have a killer headache, right? What do you need?
Medicine.
To do what? To get rid of the headache?
Yeah.
See? It works for physical ailments, too. It crosses that physical abstract line.
Ah, interesting. And then there's the figurative use, which feels really powerful.
Hugely powerful. Think about bad habits. Like maybe you bite your nails, you decide, this has to stop. I need to get rid of this habit.
Or even people.
Yeah, unfortunately. If someone is consistently negative or harmful in your life, you might reach a point where you decide you need to get rid of that toxic influence.
So it's really about intentionally removing anything you see as undesirable. Yeah. An object, a pain, a habit, a person.
Anything. Eliminate it from your life. That's the core function.
Okay, that brings us neatly to our final phrase.
Yeah.
And the source material seemed to really like this one, calling it the most positive.
Yeah.
Get the hang of it.
Yes, get the hang of it. It captures that learning process so perfectly.
What's the core meaning?
It means you're starting to understand how to do something, usually after some practice. It's that aha moment or maybe a gradual dawning when something difficult finally starts to feel, well, doable. It clicks,
The classic example they used was learning to ride a bike, which is perfect.
isn't it? At first, it feels impossible. You're shaky, you fall off, you can't figure out the balance.
And then suddenly,
Suddenly, maybe after a few days or weeks, something just clicks. Your body understands it. You can pedal, you can steer, you stay upright, you got the hang of it.
it feels so optimistic, that phrase.
It really is. Because when you say, I'm getting the hang of it, you're acknowledging it was hard, or maybe still is a bit tricky, but you're making progress. You're signaling, I'm gonna master this eventually.
And this applies directly to everyone listening, right?
Yeah.
Especially with language learning.
Absolutely. Think about it. English grammar might have seemed totally confusing at first, all those rules, exceptions. But maybe now, after studying and practicing, you're starting to feel it. You're starting to get the hang of it.
Yeah. Or driving a car, learning a new software program at work, cooking a complicated recipe.
Any skill that takes practice. It describes that journey towards competence beautifully.
Fantastic. Okay, quick recap of the 5 functions then. We've got move on emotionally, get over it.
Escape punishment, get away with it.
Take action, stop delaying, get on with it.
Eliminate something unwanted. Get rid of it.
And finally, understand through practice. Get the hang of it.
Exactly. Now, for the final challenge. This is where we see how these aren't just separate phrases, but how they weave together. The sources did this brilliantly, showing them in a single story.
Right, to show how they work together in actual fluent speech. I'm ready. Let's hear this story.
Okay. Imagine someone talking about starting a challenging new business venture. The very first step. It only happened because their friend basically told them to stop overthinking and just get on with it.
Okay, action initiated. Got it.
Then once they started, wow, it was tough. The software, the marketing, it was all new. But after weeks of really hard work, they slowly started getting the hang of it. Things began to click.
Progress.
Yeah.
Understanding achieved. Nice.
Now, early on, they definitely made some mistakes, sent the wrong email, messed up an order, but luckily nobody important noticed, or they fixed it fast. So they kind of got away with a few of those early blunders.
Ooh, dodged a bullet there.
Yeah.
Consequence avoided.
Then, to really improve, they took a hard look at what wasn't working. Those marketing ideas that bombed, that time wasted on unproductive meetings. They decided to just get rid of all that inefficiency.
Streamlining. Elimination complete.
Yep. And finally, inevitably, there were moments of huge stress like, can I actually do this? Self-doubt crept in, but they had to tell themselves, okay, deep breath. This is part of the process. Just get over it and keep moving forward. Focus on the goal.
Wow. That's brilliant. Hearing them all together like that. It just sounds like a normal, natural story someone would tell.
Exactly.
It really proves these phrases are more than just vocabulary lists. They're like the building blocks for expressing complex experiences and emotions naturally.
That's precisely the point. Using these phrases correctly, in context, allows you to talk about managing emotions, navigating rules, taking action, removing obstacles, learning, all with these simple, common structures. That's what fluency sounds like.
This has been genuinely eye-opening, just digging into this one little word, GET. We've covered those 5 essential phrases you absolutely need for everyday English.
And we really want to echo what the sources kept saying. Getting a handle on these 5 functions. It isn't just helpful, it's pretty much necessary if you want your English to sound genuinely natural, fluent, and confident. They unlock so much conversational ability.
So here's a final thought for you listening right now. Something to take away from this deep dive. The sources suggested practicing just one phrase this week.
So we challenge you to think. Which one of these 5 core functions really speaks to you right now? Is it letting go of the past? Starting that thing you've been putting off? Getting rid of an obstacle, maybe hoping you get away with something small? Or committing to finally mastering a skill?
Which one do you need to, well, get yeet started on?
Think about that. See if you can use one of these phrases this week. Apply what you've learned.
Thanks for diving deep with us.
We'll catch you on the next one.